Today we're going to build a new spider tank. Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here. Today we're going to build an Oiibo 15-gallon Reptile Terrarium tank. It's glass, that's cool, and it comes disassembled. So this is a glass tank. Looks like a fish tank, but it's not a fish tank. It's not waterproof. This is a glass tank that you put together yourself, so it's very convenient. It comes with some gloves, which is kind of weird, and some instructions, which I later found were fairly useless. But it's self-explanatory how this goes together. So when you get it, it looks like this. Everything comes flat, wrapped in plastic tightly so nothing will break, and protected by styrofoam. So I have bought 4 of these so far, and I can tell you the story about it, but 2 of the boxes actually had punctures in them, and it did not damage this at all. So you start with the base, obviously, and you got to slide the sides in. Well, there's no order of operations in the instructions, so I'm assuming start with the base, put one side in, then put the other side in. You have to line the side up properly, and then it'll slide in. It was kind of, I don't want to say sketchy, but it was a little difficult to get it to originally start sliding in. And then as you'll see later in the video, there was a little difficulty with keeping the sides slid in because it doesn't pop in there firmly. So it was a little difficult keeping the sides in to put on the other parts. Now there are screws that hold this in. You can't really put the screws in yet, I think. Well, like I said, there's no order of operations on the instructions, in the instructions. So as I am assembling it here, let's talk about what this cost and what it is. I'd never heard of Oiibo before. I thought it was Japanese. No, it's Chinese. Half the times I went to the website, it turned out to be a dead link, so it was intermittently working. It's probably Chinese servers. They now have all my data. When the website did work, it showed some good products, but none of the links on the website work. So they're having website issues. I bought this from a retailer that I said I was never going to purchase anything from, and that's Chewy. You know, that online pet thing? Now, in my defense, that was the best place to buy it when I bought my original 2. I bought the original 2 tanks, so I have a total of 4. So I bought 2, and then I bought 2 more, and I'll tell you why. So the original 2 I bought in early March were $76.50 each, with welcome aboard discount, so it was $153 for 2 of them. I looked for this thing on Amazon, and they wanted anywhere from $85 to $110 for the exact same thing. But remember, prices are always moving around. So if you find this one place, check the prices in other places, even if you've already done that on a different day. Now, the second 2 I ordered came out to $70.38 each, with a $20 discount code, which I earned on my previous purchase. So it was $140.76. So far, I have only put 2 of these together. The other 2 are waiting in the wings for when the tarantulas get big enough that they need a tank this size. And really quick, before we talk about the size, I just checked the prices on this today, and if you go to Amazon, you can get this tank, not in white, but in black, for $68.31 using their 10% off discount, and that comes out to $136.52. So essentially $4 cheaper than what I paid for it. And it's next day shipping, whereas these take 4 to 7 days to get here. Still no problem. Let's talk about the size. It's a 15-gallon Reptile tank. It's not waterproof, but it comes with a 3/4 inch tray you put in the bottom so you can have a little water in it. I'm not using that tray. The dimensions are 20 by 12 by 14. 20 inches long, 12 inches wide, and 14 inches deep. And I'm very happy with the size. Now, really, I'd prefer to go to Petco, where the pets go, to buy something like this, except Petco's prices are considerably higher, and my local Petco's, there's 1, 2, 3 within 45 minutes drive for where I live. The closest one, which is about half an hour away, has horrible manpower issues, and it's been like this for the last 5 or 6 years. Even before the corona bat virus, you'd go in there in the daytime, there's only 2 people working there, and if you needed help with something, you would be waiting. Multiple times I've waited back where you get the bolt crickets, and yeah, somebody's coming, somebody's coming. Go back up there, no one came. Yeah, somebody's coming. And I've walked out of the store. Horrible customer service. And it's sad because Petco, really, it's where the pets go. It's a great sized pet store with some amazing products. Most of those products are overpriced unless you can get them on sale, but I do like the selection and the convenience. Well, when you can get service from their salespeople. Petco does have one option where you can order it online and pick it up in the store, and I've done that for very large tanks before. This is the tank in action. 14 inches deep. It's great for a secondary containment when I'm transferring spiders because we don't want escapes. We already talked about that. No escapes. So when I'm transferring spiders, if one happens to escape, this is a giant huntsman we're transferring right here, known to escape, I can just put the outer lid on really quick. Or, if it gets on the ground, I'm going to have to stomp it. Doesn't matter what it cost. Like I said, no escapes. Now this clip right here is one of these tanks I set up for that golden fringe tarantula. That fail unboxing, unpacking that you saw, the one that arrived croaked because it molted during transit. Yeah, that's a heck of a way to go. If you haven't seen that video, you can watch that video. It'll explain everything that's going on. But that was a 3 to 4 inch tarantula, and I needed a tank large enough to hold it. And when I originally ordered this, they got me this tank in about 3 days, and that's really what I needed. And as a really quick update on that video where that Thailand golden fringe tarantula arrived croaked, I'm not overly disappointed because, yeah, it sucks that I don't have the spider, but when I purchased it, I didn't realize how venomous and aggressive and a pain in the butt that spider would have been. I have plenty of venomous spiders that, have attitude like that one, but that spider was good sized and attitude. The other ones are small with attitude, which will someday be big sized with attitude. And what really sucks when I use my supplier down in Florida, who have that live animal guarantee, they refund the money it cost for the animal, which in this case I think was $47.99, but they don't refund the shipping. And shipping is approximately equal to the products you order. So I had $100 or so worth of spiders, $110 worth of spiders. It was $207 or $208 total. So the shipping and the insurance doubles it. You don't get that shipping refunded. So a $47, $48 spider also cost that to ship it. I got half of my money back I spent on it when it arrived croaked. And even though it arrived croaked, as I said in that video, it was a successful transfer. Nobody got bit, nothing escaped, right? If that is the goal. But yeah, the goal is to have that happen and have the creature when we're done. Alright, so today we looked at the Oiibo glass reptile tank terrarium assemble build it yourself pet enclosure. They have a lot of different sizes and types of enclosures. And if you want to compare it to a more well-known company, these products are almost identical to the Reptile brand. But the Reptile brand is a little bit more expensive. They're also Chinese-made products. I'm pretty sure they're just rebranded Oibos. Especially if you go to Amazon and compare them side by side. The Oibo is cheaper. But isn't that how it always is? The original is cheaper or less expensive. And the rebrand cost a little more. Like the Suzuki Grand Vitara that I used to have. Chevy bought a bunch and rebranded them as the Tracker. So it was the exact same thing, only different nameplates, and the Suzuki was considerably cheaper. Yeah, I have a Nissan Rogue now, so I don't have the Suzuki anymore. So yeah, knowing that they sell these under different brand names, I have no problem buying the original. Really, all this stuff's going to be from China. Alright, so have you heard of this brand? Do you know anything about this brand? Do you know about rebranding of products where companies buy somebody else's product, put their own name on it, and sell it for a higher price? Leave your comments in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.